Welcome back to another video. In this video, as you can see, I'm in front of the lawn mower, and I had a bit of a problem with this one where the engine is pretty much broken. So the block of the engine broke, and that's why I kind of gave up on it and was looking for a new one. But I got gifted a new engine. Well, I wouldn't call it new. I'll show you now what I'm talking about, the engine that I got, and then we're gonna get started taking out this engine. Let's see the engine I received. So here's the engine. Might look like it's brand new in the box, but this is not a brand new engine. Let me just quickly get it out of the box. So this is the engine, and the reason this engine was abandoned is because of this. In theory, it could be easily replaced, but hopefully there's no further damage, because you know, if that breaks, that goes quite crazy. There is a bit of a scratch on the cylinder walls, but not enough to really stop this engine from running. Now I have to take our engine out and see exactly what I need. If I needed just this cover, that would be a bit silly, but I'm pretty sure I need this whole thing, which is a bit of a mess because I need to take that engine apart as much as this one pretty much, just to be able to do all that. So we'll see. That's going to be quite a lot of work, but if I can make it work, that saves me quite a lot of money, and it gets me a machine that can cut grass. I don't know how long it's gonna last, of course. You know, these are old engines, so they do have a lot of wear on them. But yeah, let's get the other engine and see if we can put it all from two engines into one. So I figured out the problem, and it was not the block actually. There's my problem. It's actually the crankshaft. I blamed the block, thinking it was moving there. Then I looked at both of them and I'm like, they're exactly the same. There's nothing that I can visually tell that's wrong. And turns out, yes, there is nothing wrong, because it's a crankshaft, and it's actually might even just be like a ring that you can replace. Might be. It might be eaten out to the point where it can't be fixed. But I will try to take it apart and see if it is just a ring you can replace, then it's not really a problem. And the other engine, realistically, is fixable still. All that's broken is the piston on it. And actually not just the piston, it's actually just this one broken, which you can all buy. I think a piston for this, original Briggs & Stratton, is like 25-30 euros. Crankshaft is 50. So the parts are not that expensive compared to the cost of these engines, is into hundreds. So realistically worth fixing. Yeah, let me see if I can take it apart. So it is assembled, and as far as I tested, it was perfect. So the problem that we had, it was this one. So pretty much this thing is worn out. In here, the crankshaft itself is fine. So if I can find this part online, then also I could in theory fix this one. This has no problem to it. It's just literally this tiny ring has stopped us from using it. And good that we stopped, because the rest of the engine is in perfect condition. We could have damaged it a lot more if we kept using it. So yeah, that is the problem for that engine. We could repair that engine, or we could just keep it as a parts engine. So in theory, I just used this thing is the only thing I used. In theory, I didn't need to if I could just find the ring. But let's now get it back in the lawnmower. It's a bit late, but I kind of want to just hear it start. So I might put in the lawnmower, and we're just gonna start it up and see if it runs. That's gonna be exciting if it does run and runs good, because it didn't run before. It just was really loud and very knocking noise. So if it runs smooth, I'm gonna be very happy, because then a lawnmower can be fixed. I just need a pulley, which we had to cut when we took this off. So we just need to buy a pulley, and we are ready to go. We're ready to cut grass. So I'm gonna try to start it, see if it runs. I think I just have to touch this solenoid here, and it should start spinning over. Yes, it does. Fuel is on. Set it to run. I never opened the fuel. That's the problem. Okay. Now it should be better. Why are we not running? Hope I'm okay. I got zapped a million times there. I forgot, you know, if you touch a wire, I was like, yeah, let me take off the spark plug. That's gonna stop it, right? Okay, my heart is still working. That's good. Engine runs amazing. Pretty much brand new. I'm missing one screw here, and it's kind of scratching against this plastic, and don't know why it's scratching against it. It's not supposed to. But anyways, it is running. So the engine's perfectly fine. I need to redo the wiring. I have lost my cable for generator, so I'm not going to be charging the battery. But that's not the biggest problem for me. I can come back and fix that. But I'm just going to leave it for now. I can charge the battery in the garage. It anyways needs to be charged once in a while. And yeah, the rest of the wiring, the key is probably not going to work. I don't have any connections there to that. So probably we're just gonna wire it with a quicker key. I have some keys and I have some switches to kill it, and yeah, need to figure out why the killing part doesn't work, because it should shut off with this wire touching the frame. That doesn't do it, so we'll have to figure that out. Might be to do with some of these cables missing. But yeah, let's I'll get back to you when I have the rest of the parts for this, which is the pulley. So we need the pulley for the bottom, for the belt, so we can drive and cut. And then we're done, we're ready to cut. So I don't know if I explained it, but when I removed the engine, I couldn't get this off. And I had to cut it into pieces to get it off. It was fully seized on. I tried everything, heating it, pulling it in every single way, brutally abusing it. I started bending it by pulling it off. So yeah, so now that the engine was working, I had to figure out where to get one of these. There are not many available, but I found some similar size. And they are really slow shipping, so midsummer they would only arrive. For 60 euros, not that bad, but the time it takes to arrive. Luckily, I had a friend and he found someone who had a lawn mower. He went there to pick up some other things, and he found exactly this one sitting on it, and he just gave it to me for free. So I'm very grateful I got this, and it's exactly the sizes I need. It was the problem with this one, it had missing this spline, I think it's called, the one that stops it from spinning. That was just fully worn off. I just cut a slice into the metal and welded in a piece of metal exactly the same size. So now it slides in and out pretty easily. So now I just need to find where I put all the bolts that screw this on. And one of these is missing from the pan. I have them somewhere in like a tray, plate, something, when I was taking it apart. But I don't know where it is, so I'll try to look for it. Then we can put the belts on and we can actually start using it. That's simple. So after a few days of looking, I found this bearing stuck on the wall on a pipe like this, and I could not see it at all, and I was just looking today and I see it. So after I found that bearing and the screw, I was missing the screw that actually attaches this, and it's on a kind of thread that I don't have, and I found it, so I have the screw. So I thought to see if this fits, and it didn't. It was much higher here and it was a lot longer overall. I have shortened it, I have rebuilt it, I spent quite a long time. I did make this also smaller because I was grinding. Not sure if the belt's gonna slip off that or it's gonna hold on. There it has nowhere to slip. It cannot slip upwards, it cannot slip onto the sides because it has things holding the belt in. So I don't know if that's gonna be a problem, but we're gonna see. But it is ready. But before I put it on, I do want to give it a fresh coat of paint so it does not rust so much. So we're gonna primer it and paint it. So I didn't film much, but as you can see it's all assembled except for the bonnet is missing. But I'm gonna build a new one. I'm not gonna use the one fiberglass one because it's broken. We're gonna make a new one. But I did attach the pulley, I attached all the belts, I did everything. And now as you can see I've also attached the pan. I have already driven it here. There wasn't really much I can show you to film. One thing I wanna fix is the key, because currently it does absolutely nothing. So I don't have a way of starting it besides putting the cable, directly the starter cable, on the positive lead. That's kind of the only way I've started, and stopping it, I'm taking the stopping cable and touching it to its point. So for now that worked, but I do want to make it work on the key. So, but yeah, let's go try it out. First time cutting with it.
And we're still in season, in time.
Yeah,
at the start of it.
On the start. A bitty late, just a bitty. pretty good, no?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
We're like 1 week late.
I can tell that the seat is full of water still.
Yeah, your butt is a bit wet.
Oh, yeah. Oh. It's very wet. Maybe we just put some Dermantine on top?
Yeah.
Because that's otherwise it's a bit of a bathtub. So it's been 2 months. I forgot to end the video or edit and upload. Didn't have the time. And we've been cutting 2 months with it and it's still working fine. I have rebuilt the engine twice in a sense that I've taken it apart because it started making noise again. The last clip you saw, I stopped there and it actually was kind of crunching already. And I kind of stopped using it and then took it apart and checked. And the movement kind of came back, so it kind of worn it out again. Then I took it apart again once more. And I got another ring from the other engine, put it in. And since then it's been running, but it's getting crunchier and crunchier. So it's wearing those rings out really quick. Of course, putting brand new rings would be the best solution because it still has a bit of play and it kind of wears itself out. I don't know, maybe something else is loose. Maybe the frame itself is moving it too much and making the rings worn out. I don't know. But we're going to run it until it works. It's still working currently. It cuts across no problem. And yeah, we're just going to run it until it breaks pretty much. And then we'll see if this thing is even worth fixing at the end of the day. If it lasts us 1 season, it's good. And we can get a new one or, you know, new used one next season if we can. If not, we're just going to keep fixing it. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. And we're going to see you next time. Bye-bye.